I'm Laura Benedict. I am the Cultural History Collections Manager here at the Las Vegas Natural History Museum. So today we're looking at some sherds and a little bit of the top of a pot, and we collected this from a highly sensitive site here in Clark County. This pot is around 1100 AD.
And so what kind of culture do you think was using that pot?
The Anasazi, the lowland branch Anasazi. Earlier this year, I was part of a team that specifically went to collect these items to keep them from eroding to more than they already are. When we collected these, we hoped that maybe they would that we could reconstruct the pot that they came from and possibly back to this pot top. What I have found looking at them is that none of these sherds connect together, and some of them look like they might possibly still be part of the same pot, but some of them definitely look like they are from different pots. So that's very interesting that where we picked up this in the same general area, there was clearly several other pots in that area being used. This is the only one that will connect back together. Mm-hmm. This was after it had broken from its original pot. Some people reconstructed it or they retooled the edges so that it would have at one time been a lid for a larger pot. But this particular lid broke, and we will eventually be able to put that back together with a special type of adhesive. Because of the size, we think that it was used for storage of some sort. That being that large, it would have been very heavy, and you probably would not have wanted to carry that around when it was full of anything, seeds or possibly water. Mm-hmm. This is called corrugation. Mm-hmm. And corrugation helps with the transport of the pot. If you were to move it from one place to the other, it allows you to grip easier and keeps it from sliding off your fingers too much. There is new research that indicates that these particular pots were made on what's called the Shivwitz Plateau, which is just northwest of the Grand Canyon. And then they brought them down into this area and traded. There are hypotheses that different areas use different corrugation styles as a way to indicate their own personal style, their personal identity. And if not personal individually, then personal for that particular village. Will identify their pots separate from the next village over. After this might possibly be on display, and this might possibly be on display. Mm-hmm. There is another pot that will definitely be on display. We are currently creating that display, as well as the informational material to go along with that. And that pot I can show it to you in a minute. But these can also be next to if we have room for that. This is truly a magnificent piece. You just never find something of this kind in an archaeological context. So as you can see, this has the same or very similar corrugation pattern as that top before. The top downstairs was broken right around in this area, and this is a very large example of a pot. This is one of the largest pots that I personally have ever seen, and especially from an archaeological context, this is incredible to be this large and this intact. This netting is also unusual. There is a hypothesis that this was helped when carrying it. It would have added a little extra grip, because again, this would have been very heavy and difficult to move around.